Hey, Fandom BM for a comic show. It's another great week of comics. I enjoyed this week so much. I'm excited again about the books coming out. Like really excited. Like Rebirth, it's cool, but now like we have Justice League Suicide Squad and Inhumans versus X-Men same week. That's awesome. A lot of good indie stuff. But let's talk about Justice League versus Suicide Squad number 6. I can't, and I'm not going to spoil the ending. I will say it was very satisfying. I enjoyed it. It set other stuff up. It resolved a bunch of stuff. The loose ends were loose ends that make sense, that should be there the whole time, not just, one of the loose ends, Killer Frost, is here. The other little rebirth one-shots of Justice League America have been past stuff. This is after it. This syncs up after it. And Killer Frost is joining the Justice League, as we all know from all the solicitations, and this issue was great. She was awesome in here. Batman likes her. I like her. I loved the end of Justice League Suicide Squad. I think this is my favorite crossover it is in a long time, maybe since Sinestro Corps War. Suicide Squad is also after this and has some of those loose ends dealt with here. And I enjoyed that. The long before Wonder Woman Odyssey of Amazons. The Amazons are here. They're the Amazons you know, Hippolyta, and all the Amazons, but not Wonder Woman because she wasn't born yet or formed out of clay yet or whatever alternate facts you want to believe. But it's Kevin Gravois, however, I don't know how to pronounce the name, I'm sorry. Kevin Gravois. He did the Underworld series, so he's used to world building and creating mythos and whatnot. And that's that book. Moving on, haven't talked about Deathstroke in a long time. Issue 11, the Creeper lives again. The Creeper is one of my favorite characters. I've loved him. I was introduced to him back in the Justice League International as a kid, and I just fell in love with him. And now he's back. He looks like he's supposed to look. He acts like he's supposed to act. And the new 52 version, it's still Jack Ryder. It's Jack Ryder, but they don't waste any time. It's one word balloon, explains what happened with that, and we're on. Like, it's action, it's craziness, it's funny, it's creepy, and I love it. So, Creeper's back. And it's the Creeper we want. Kamandi Challenge, number 1. It's a 12-issue maxi series. It's Jack Kirby's 100th birthday, if he was still living. And how this goes is every issue is different creative teams, 2 different per issue, and they write the story into a corner. They do some bombastic, crazy action and write it into like a crazy cliffhanger that the other writers have to pick up from and go with it and solve how he's going to get out of that and what happens next. And in the letter page, you get to see how the other creative team would have done it, which is always going to be different. And it's highly enjoyable. It's fun. And Dan DiDio said the reason they're doing it like this is because there was so many creators that wanted to do Kamandi that they couldn't pick who to do it. So they came up with this Kamandi challenge. It's continuity with Kamandi, and it's fun. I enjoyed it. Doom Patrol, number 4. This was my favorite issue yet. 3 was my favorite issue. 2 was my favorite issue. 1 was amazing. It's getting better and better and better, like cumulatively better. We got more old Doom Patrol characters that we haven't seen yet here on panel. We got some of those characters we saw in promo stuff actually here in the book. And one of the characters actually puts on her costume that we've seen all the way back to the Becky Cloonan art that got released years ago. And I'm really, really loving this. And the overall villain is shown too. It's so much forward movement, so awesome. Gerard Way is killing it. Nick Darrington is amazing on art. And the backup is hilarious. So the backup is Bane. That doesn't spoil anything. I'm just saying the character is Bane, and it's hilarious. And Green Lantern's Rebirth, Volume 1 came out. They're on Earth, they're rookies, they're an odd couple teamed up, and go, it's good. And obviously I love Hal Jordan and Green Lantern Corps way more because it's Guy Gardner in it, but this is a solid book. Moving on to Marvel, Inhumans versus X-Men 3. Okay, the Inhumans got a few points on the scoreboard, but the X-Men are still kicking so much ass. I'm not spoiling any of this, but I love it. My X-Men are back. I'm enjoying it. I really hope that after this, the X-Men feel like my X-Men again. and then humans can keep on doing what they're doing. But stop biting on the X-Men's game. Civil War II, The Oath. This is so much like Civil War: The Confession, the epilogue issue that came after that. In fact, they even homage the, except now it's not Cap in the incapacitated or in the coffin or coma. It's Tony, and Cap's confessing to him, and obviously it was reversed before. And you get a lot of that. You get Cap talking with Carol. You get funerals, and you just get a lot of talking, a whole lot of talking. But it's good. It's Nick Spencer, and it leads right into Secret Empire, the next big thing that obviously is Hydra Cap. This issue of Cap number 10 has a piece of that puzzle, a huge piece of that puzzle falls into place for Hydra Cap. I want to know how no one ever saw his tattoo in this new continuity. Like, he never took his shirt off. I don't know. But anyway, here goes. It ends with that in this issue, and that's worth the whole thing. This is awesome. The thing I'm not spoiling there. Infamous Iron Man. I'm digging Thing and Dr. Doom, Iron Man together, Victor. And I'm hoping, and they haven't given me any reason to hope, but I'm hoping that Dr. Doom and Thing team up to bring back the Fantastic Four. That's what I'm hoping for, big picture. But I'm enjoying it now. So Bendis is doing a good job there. Hulk number 2 is Jennifer. She's suffering from PTSD. She had debilitating injuries. She's out of the coma. Her cousin Bruce is dead, and she's trying to deal with it, trying to deal with being a lawyer and deal with her own, or avoid dealing with her own pain. And it's very well done. So get it. Thanos 3, Thanos versus the Shi'ar, the Imperial Guard. This was great, a great issue, lots of action, and a great cliffhanger. And finally, for Marvel, Star Wars 27, more Yoda kicking ass. Yoda is, he's fun. It's cool. And this happens before New Hope. And, well, obviously it happens before, Order 66 and all that. So it's Yoda, screen time, all Yoda, all the time. Enjoy it. Moving on to Indie Saga, number 42. This is the end of an arc. It's super dark. I'm glad they got the color saturation, hues, and tints right this issue, unlike the cover of the last issue, because there's so much black. I wonder how much ink the printer went through making this book, but it is dark, it is disturbing, it's very sad, and I'm not going to spoil anything other than it's freaking dark. Moving on, Loose Ends, Jason Latour's first book. I remember buying this from him back in 2006 from a booth, directly talking to him and enjoying it. I love crime noir. I love Southern type of crime noir. It's a strip club that felt a lot like in Gainesville, where there's We Bear All and all that stuff. Is that culture where there's the rural, but it's good. I liked it. It's something that he had a hard time finishing and just now finished, and it's out again by Image. It's 4 issues, and it's good. If you like Southern Bastards, this is like Southern Bastards' bastard father. So get that. It's awesome. Moving on to the Black Monday Murders. This is Hickman. I really, really like this. It's not a $9.99 volume 1. It's actually $19.99. It's thick as hell. It's dense as hell. It has real history, real people, real characters, the real people that are running everything, own all the wealth, obviously worship Satan or Mammon or whatever, and are destroying all of our lives, and why and how, and all the ins and outs of that, and the stock market, and how all the crashes happen around Sam Hain, and how it's all very, very dark and satanic, and money, the transaction, there's blood, there's always something sacrificed for the gains, and yeah, it actually helped me understand the stock market a lot, and I think I'm going to invest now, so good. I learned a lot. Moving on, The Dregs. This is a Black Mask book by Zach Thompson and Lonnie Nadler. I actually got an advanced copy of this, and it's cool. It's really cool. It's a crime noir murder mystery, but the detective is a homeless man. So he can go around kind of invisible and undetected, and because no one likes looking at homeless people. So he can get the facts, go in and out, all that stuff, but he's very unreliable. He's an unreliable narrator. He's probably delusional and has his own demons and addictions. And yeah, but will he solve the murders and save himself in the process too? Maybe, probably not, but the first issue was great. Slayer, Repentless. This book, there's two covers. One is Eric Powell from The Goon and Hillbilly and all that, and Glenn Fabry. This is the video series of Repentless put to an actual 3-issue narrative story, and it's written by John Schnepp, who has done he's a huge metalhead. He's written for Dethklok and a whole slew of things that I'm not remembering. Venture Brothers, a whole lot of stuff. And if you like Slayer, you will not be let down. So Slayer, it's here. And it has a pedigree writer. And Avatar, The Last Airbender, North and South, Volume 2 is here. I mention it every time one comes out because they're infrequent and people want to know. And finally, this Saturday, we're having a signing with Rob Guillory from Chew and also WWE and also Power Rangers. And we're going to have chicken, and he's going to be signing, probably sketching. And the big deal thing, that's 4 to 8 or so, the big deal thing is now it's going to be a whole Orlando Toy and Comic Con pre-party where we're going to have a lot of the guests here, a lot of them for the pre-party. We'll be selling tickets. We're going to have karaoke, pre-party karaoke. There's going to be Chad Thomas, Billy Tucci, and George Lowe. The voice of Space Ghost Coast to Coast will be here, and he will be emceeing some of the karaoke. Yes, he will be. I will make him do that. And it will be awesome. It will be a unique experience. Come out and have karaoke fun with Orlando Toy and Comic Con pre-party. Get some chicken, get Chew, get it signed, bring your other stuff, get it signed, and have a great time partying with us. And Orlando Toy and Comic Con is on Sunday. So look that up on orlandotoyandcomiccon.com. But come to our party Saturday night. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.